Welcome back to the Shane and Shelby Show.
I'm Shane. This is my beautiful wife, Shelby, over here. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a little bit tired
Uh,
because we went on a 5-mile walk this morning.
I think that counts as like a trek.
A trek,
Yeah,
a 5-mile trek.
yeah.
We did have to go up a hill,
We did go up a hill,
like a pretty substantial hill.
and most of the neighborhood.
Yeah, it was a long walk,
That was a long walk. I
but we did
didn't.
good.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into with that one.
No, you didn't. No, I was like, hey, you want to go for a walk? 5 miles
And then
later.
halfway through, was like, I would like this one to be 5 miles. That's a little extreme. Most people don't say stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I thought it'd be fun. And it was. So the weather, we finally have freaking fall weather here.
One day of it.
Well, yeah, just the one day. But this podcast episode is mainly going to be about our fall adventure.
Real fall.
Real fall, not half Texas fall. Real fall. So we went to New England. Um Specifically just Boston and New Hampshire, but
Yeah.
you know, up there. I'm just going to say New England. Someone
Yeah.
came for me for saying that we were going to New England because we weren't going to be hitting all 6 states. Like, who hits all 6 states? Not in 4 days, you don't. Maybe you should have. Anyway, so we're going to get into our itinerary of what we did, what we probably should have done different, the ratings of our restaurants, our stays, all of it. But first,
What's first?
we have a little reality recap first. So if you don't want to listen to this, Shane will put it in the timeline that you can just like skip forward. But you should because it's fun. So Love is Blind is going on right now. That's probably the show that I'm most excited about. Love is Blind and Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars, I hadn't watched in a long time. This season, I'm actually invested either because I'm old or because they have good cast members this time. Don't
Maybe you're not alone because they're setting records every
Whoa.
episode, which they have not said every episode of every previous season. Just kidding. They have literally every episode. There's a new record.
Yeah, this one, honestly, I do think that there are more people watching it this time because they picked influencers. And I feel like people,
Yeah.
because they're not, Dancing with the Stars typically doesn't get like A-list celebrities. They have other things to do. So,
They get like C-list retired celebrities.
exactly. But this time they actually pulled influencers, and that's who people are watching, anyways. So,
I think ratings are still crap unless they had the Mormons.
oh, yeah.
Like that's actually A-list right now because everyone watched their shows.
Yeah, and Alex Earl. I mean, she is
Yeah.
a big TikToker. So, anyway, Dancing with the Stars, I'm actually liking it. I don't want to get into like full critiques of Dancing with the Stars. There's plenty of people ranting about that. I'm sure you can find a podcast to listen to about Dancing with the Stars. But I do want to say my favorite couple. But before I do, who's your favorite couple?
Uh, Honestly, I don't know that I have any that I like.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I'm not invested. I do want to call out the fact that their scoring system is complete garbage now.
Yes, that's true.
So it used to be 0 to 10 and all those numbers meant something. Now the scale is 5 to 10 and no one's ever going to get a 4 and some of these people should have got 2s.
That is true. Andy Richter, I think that's who
Yeah.
it is. He should have been voted off a while back because of his dancing, because it is a dancing show, but it's right now just a popularity contest. And although he is a great person, seems very friendly and bubbly, he is not dancing. And yet he's getting scored 1 point less than great dancing. And that's wild to me.
Uh-huh.
1 point less.
The bar is at 5. That's the lowest you can get.
I don't even know because they gave him all 6s.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Maybe 6s. Some episodes 6 is as low as you can go.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Once we get further, it might be a 7.
I don't know. But, so they had the what is that? Dedication week. I thought that was really sweet. I cried the whole thing. But my favorite couple has to be Robert and Whitney. And I just think so his sister won, Bindi,
Yeah.
Irwin.
Seems like good family.
It's a good family, and he's not a dancer, and he's not a TikToker. He like, dude's out there with some animals in the zoo
Yeah.
and just comes on and is so, like, charismatic. I love it. I feel like that's one that I want him to win. He's my favorite.
Mhm.
Now I think Whitney and Mark will win.
They better not.
So Whitney from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and Mark Ballas. Mark Ballas, my favorite pro of all time. I think he's a great dancer, great choreographer, but you have a problem with Whitney.
I have a major problem with her. And it's the fact that she knew like 2 years ago that she was gonna be on this show and has been practicing ever since and was also a dancer.
Yes.
Like, what the hell? How much, like, home field can we give somebody? Dude's wrestling gators, and she's over here dancing.
Yeah.
You can't put them on the same show dancing against each other.
I mean, yeah, it does seem a little bit unfair, but they're doing it. Whitney and Mark are doing a fantastic job. She is doing harder choreography.
I feel like they shoulda gave her some crappy coach
They should have.
because she already danced.
Right. No, they're clearly picking favorites here,
Yeah.
and she is the favorite. She's picked to win. Okay, now moving
Oh,
in.
I did like the, Zac Efron brother.
Oh, I like him too. He won Traders, so that's how we
Yeah,
knew him. I don't think I knew him before he won
yeah.
Traders.
He seems swell,
Yeah.
kinda humble and stuff, which I don't know that he's ever done anything, but
Yeah.
he seems nice and, like, grounded a little bit.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
I like him. I
I
think he's
like
a
him.
good dude.
That's my favorite.
Okay.
And I don't think he knew 2 years ago that he was gonna be on the show.
No, that's when he was doing Traders.
Yeah.
Okay, so now into Love is Blind. So if you haven't gotten caught up on Love is Blind, probably fast forward this, because spoiler. So our current couples right now. So we've watched all of the episodes that are available, and this week the wedding episodes come out. So I'm gonna share our current couples and then the ones that I think are actually gonna make it.
I'm also gonna throw a spoiler in here that one of our stops on our trip was so boring and lame that we just stayed in the place and watched Love Is Blind.
Yes.
So we're caught up even though we were just on vacation.
Yes. Okay, so current couples, Anton and Allie. This couple shocked the hell out of me. Man, I did not think that they were going to do anything. They were the first ones to get engaged in the pods that we saw. I don't actually believe that they were. I believe they did everything out of order and mixed it all up just to make us confused. Um,
I think they were probably really boring because they don't seem to have talked to each other very much.
yeah, they don't talk much, and what she's it seems like she's finding out is that he potentially is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Potentially. Like, we don't know, I'm not gonna call that out, but that's what she's acting as if he is, because he's having quite a few drinks.
Indeed. So what was your interpretation of me?
Bad.
Yeah, so if you're I don't know. There's
He's
like
like 30 though.
he is, but he's been single and just like doing his own thing. And I feel like it's like 50-50 chance that, either they don't enjoy a lot of drinks or they do.
I felt like it was probably a bad thing that she realized that all of the alcohol in the apartment was gone from, like, a week's time, and it seemed to be 2 different 12 packs and a half a bottle of tequila. All gone, and she only had 2 drinks, and he said that he had friends over, but then he also seemed confused about him having friends over.
Yeah.
So, it didn't look good.
It doesn't look good. And the fact that he works nights and is then drinking in the morning,
Morning? Yeah.
that's a level of dedication I haven't seen since college.
Yeah. As a 30-year-old man, I think he might have a problem and should get help, but she seems like a sweet girl. Okay, then we have Edmund and KB, and just Lord help them. Lord help anyone
They're
with
fun to watch.
Edmund. He seems so sweet, but he definitely has something going on. His personality is one of the wildest personalities I think I've seen on TV lately. Um,
I think I would love to be friends with this guy.
I think he would be difficult to be friends with.
I think he would be a hoot. And I
Probably
would
so.
not trust him with anything valuable.
No, no, he's so energetic, he has so much I feel like he has so much love in him.
Yeah.
He just doesn't exactly know how to communicate or
Sit
anything
down.
or sit down. And KB, I feel like they're not a good match. I
Yeah.
feel like one would think, "Oh, you need to balance each other out." I think they're way too far
Uh-huh.
opposite to work. I think they're going to I don't think they're gonna make it.
Based on the fact that she lost her mind on him
Multiple times.
multiple times.
Multiple times, and
But then she
he's
strapped on the roller skates and they were good.
I think it's very toxic. It seems very toxic. I think she wants it to work, he wants it to work, but
She's
it's
trying
not.
to fix him.
Oh, she's trying to fix him. That's what she wants to do. She is a
Let's
fixer.
be honest though, they're all trying to fix each other.
Well, they're all broken, that's for sure. Okay. Then we have Jordan and Megan. So Sparkle Megan
Uh-huh.
and Jordan the dad.
Yep.
I think Jordan the dad is the most mature, like emotionally intelligent man that I have seen on reality TV in a long time, if not ever.
Yeah.
He and I'm sure it's because he's a dad and maybe he has his flaws that aren't being shown on camera. I'm not saying he's
Well, he's
perfect.
tired.
He is tired. That's all that she can say wrong about him, though, is
Yeah.
that he's not very talkative and he's tired. And God love him. He's working and he's a dad. And I've seen people being mad about him calling himself a single dad, but because he has, like, his kid has a mom.
Yeah.
But what else would you call that?
They're not
They're
together.
not together.
He is single.
Exactly. But people are like, "Oh, well, he's acting like, the wife died or whatever, and he has sole custody of this child." No, he's not.
I mean, I feel like it's the exact same situation as all these single moms,
Right.
right?
Yeah. I don't know. Seemed weird to me that people are coming for him. I feel like he's a really good dude. I think he's putting his kids' interest first.
Yeah.
They didn't show his son on camera because the mom didn't want him to. They respected her wishes, showed him off camera. They met.
Seems reasonable.
Everything seemed good. Um, Sparkle Megan, though, I don't know. I think she's a little woo woo. Her
Based on the house numerology?
house numerology. Did anyone know that that was a thing? Because
I Googled it.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that before watching this show.
It doesn't really correspond with our house, so maybe we're not aligned or the house is not aligned. I don't know.
Yeah, that one was interesting, and I still wanna know what she drives because she was
Yeah,
so
they haven't shown it.
they haven't showed it. She drives like a sparkly car or something. I don't know. And the fact that she had an LA house, like, what did she actually do? I know she was in oil and gas. What is her company? I don't know. I have questions, Sparkle Megan. Um, but I don't know that they're gonna work out. I think she is not all in. I feel like he is 100% in,
Yeah.
and she is maybe 88% in. And she wants it to work because of that relationship with she feels like her dad
Uh-huh.
relates to this kid and that it's like a sign
Yeah.
probably from the universe. She seems like one of those people, but I don't know that it's actually she actually wants it because she seemed when she met up with what was his name that she was dating with the money that
Mi Mike?
Mike.
Mike.
He seemed real sleazy, by the way, but
Yeah.
anyway, when she met up with him.
I think that's the only reason that she's still with, what's his name, Jordan?
Mhm.
Is because Mike does seem so sleazy, and she's like, "Well, these are my other options." And she's,
Yeah,
like, really trying to make it work because that's the same thing that she used to do.
right, is date sleazy old men.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think she's trying to be better, but I think her actual type is Mike, and I think she's struggling with it,
I
and
think her actual lifestyle is Mike. I think that's
yes.
the main thing is she's like, "Oh, this guy's just gonna be tired all the time, and I'm gonna be taking care of this kid and not doing any of the fun rich girl stuff."
She just wants to be, yeah, a single rich girl. That's what she wants to do is, like, live her life, and I think that's great and fine, but not if you want to be a stepmom at the same time. Like, those 2 things do not align. I don't think that they're gonna make it, and that's really sad to me because she already met his kid. And man, don't meet the kid if you're not gonna make it. And I think she knew that she wasn't gonna make it, and so that makes me even madder.
Maybe they make it.
Doubt it. Anyway, then we have Nick and Annie, but spoiler alert.
Oh, go back to Megan. She
Oh,
doesn't even live in Denver, and the whole show's in Denver
well, she had previously was in Denver and then bought a house in LA, still has a house in LA.
and is trying to move to Denver because it's a Denver show. Like, I'm confused.
That one was kinda
Like, how did
strange.
they even find her? Like, I don't even live in Denver, but yeah, she's part of the casting.
Well, neither did, Nick, who we're about to talk about. He lived 2 hours away in the mountains or something.
That's true.
So, Nick and Annie, we knew from the jump that one wasn't working. If you didn't see that coming, man, you should really look into some self-help books.
House numerology, maybe.
I don't know, but he gives sleazy too in a different way than Mike, but he gives gaslighter.
Yeah.
That's his thing. He
He gives salesman.
very salesman, very sleazy. I didn't like him. I didn't like him in the pods when he told one girl he loved her, but then the next one, like he was all over the place, and he clearly didn't like Annie. And she had some red flags too.
Indeed.
For sure some red flags there. She had too many drinks a few too many times.
Mm.
And I think that's when things went real bad, is I think she was honest when she was drunk, but that was probably a bad thing. And she knew he wasn't all in. We all knew he wasn't all in either, but she seemed to be, and they were just not a match. Not a match. And then when he broke up with her, he was pretty like straightforward, and I think she thought it was a joke. And she kind of lost a little
She
bit.
didn't really listen to him at all.
Oh, she didn't listen. Um,
I liked his lifestyle though. His little mountain house was dope.
but was it his? Because his family said something about the cabin or the cottage or the
It's a family house.
I think it's a family house. I don't think it's his
Not even
house.
his car. It seems weird that he would have that car.
Uh-huh. I don't think it's his.
He didn't seem like an old Corvette kind of guy.
Mm-mm. None of it. None of it out of
Maybe
that.
that little racing simulator. That was probably
That
his.
was his.
I got video games in my dad's log cabin.
Yeah. Okay. And then last couple that kind of sort of made it, but has now broken up. Joe and Madison. I think we all saw that one coming too when he was not pleasantly surprised at the what is that? Like the opening?
Yeah,
When the doors open?
reveal.
Reveal. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy at the reveal and tried to politely say that he didn't like thicker girls without saying that, but he basically said that and basically told her that, and I don't think that went well. And he drank quite a bit at the parties.
Because he was with a thick girl. When he doesn't like thick girls, I'm probably drinking too if I'm in
It
that boat.
yeah, it didn't go well, and she was really sweet.
Yeah.
I really liked her. I'd never liked him.
Yeah.
I don't I don't know, that was really weird. What I disliked most about this is that he went to the groomsmen, like,
Yeah.
suit fitting and let her go to the bridal shop and pick out her wedding dress, knowing dang well that he was going to break up with her, and that makes me angry.
Well, yes.
Yes.
But comparatively, we
No,
know
comparatively.
at least two of these other couples are going to make it to wedding day and also say no.
Valid.
So when we compare it to the finale that's coming up, I'm going to assume he did better than some of these other people.
I don't know because he knew like, maybe the other ones don't know and they're, like, still fully in it. I feel like some of them, not all of them, some of them are still fully in it. He was fully out of it and knew that and still let her pick out a wedding dress, and I feel so sad for her for that. Okay, and that is all of the couples. So, do we think any of them
What about the one guy and the girl that immediately dipped?
Oh,
The one just to be on TV?
Patrick and Casey.
Yeah.
She screams red flag, just wants to be a reality TV star.
Uh-huh.
Yikes. Yikes. That one was
Which
yikes.
so did he though. Like I feel like people are kind of like feeling bad for him, but he was also clearly there to make one of these relationships work and try to be on TV, I feel like too, because that one girl that he did like, when she left, he was basically like, "Well, I'm gonna pick somebody."
He did do that.
So,
I wasn't a fan of him. Not a
no,
fan of him,
not at all.
but also less a fan of her.
Yeah. They
Man.
might be right for each other, being
Except
honest.
she doesn't like him, and she only dates guys who try to get her to go on other dating shows.
Is that some swinger stuff? What's going on there? I think we need to know more about that situation.
I don't know, that was weird. So if you didn't know, her boyfriend that she had been with off and on for 10 years. That should be your sign, that she's red flags. Um, anyway, he told her to go on Married at First Sight
Mhm.
and then go on a different dating show, for men with money and then this one.
Yeah. I feel like those are the couples that they pick for Temptation Island, though.
That's where they should have
It's
gone.
where they should have gone because they clearly were not for each other.
No,
So, but
no.
they are together off and on. Yeah.
Yeah, sketchy.
So
Okay. So that's a wrap on our reality show stuff. Now let's get into this itinerary.
let's do it.
Okay, let me move over to my other note.
Okay.
So we did 4 like full days in New England. So we
First time. First
first time.
time being to the Northeast. Furthest I went was DC one time. You went to North Carolina one time. We have never been to the top of the Northeast, but now we have.
Yeah, so we flew out of Dallas to Boston, and that was so dumb, the flight that we picked. It was the only option because otherwise we would have been there, like, at night on the first day and, like, wasted a whole first day. But what is it with flying that you have to, like, get up at before it ever becomes, light outside? I don't know, I think we woke up at 3:30 in the morning
Uh-huh.
to catch a freaking 7 o'clock
6 something
flight,
flight, yeah.
and anyway, so the flight was fine. Our driver to the airport though was like, y'all picked an unfortunate time to go because, the world shut down or whatever.
Government shutdown,
Government shut down.
which has not impacted anything as of this recording. So,
Yeah,
we were concerned.
no reason.
I don't think you should be.
Yeah. So we fly into Boston. We get there around noon. So initially we had planned to just go straight to New Hampshire, and go kind of like through the middle of New Hampshire. But then when we were looking at it, everyone that we talked to, our friends, people on the internet, everyone said you have to go to Salem because, especially in October, you have to go to
Yeah.
Salem. And so I listened to them. Man, that was dumb. So if you're considering New England and you don't care about witches, just skip Salem.
Or if you have somewhere else to actually be,
Still skip Salem.
skip it because you can't get in or out quickly.
Yeah, so apparently a ton of people go to Salem. I did know that, but we flew in on a Thursday in the middle of the day. And so I was thinking, and it wasn't a holiday on Thursday. So I was thinking it should be all right. And we got in kind of fine. So it's like 35 minutes from the airport. And so we drove over and we actually found a place to park. We went to a lunch spot that didn't seem to be super duper busy at the time. We went
Yeah.
to, what was it? Witchside Tavern.
Mm.
I would give it a 6 out of 10. What would you rate
For what it is, I think it was very on point. Probably an 8 out of 10.
that? Mm,
It was like witchy themed and Salem themed and Boston-y. I thought it was what it was supposed to be.
it was fine. I didn't really think too much of it. I also don't like witches or Halloween,
Yeah.
so that is important to note. Um, but I did wanna see the place because everyone said to see the place, so we walked around, but we didn't do any of the museums or anything because I didn't care about them. There was, like, a separate side that was blocked off.
Mhm. Little alleyway with shops and stuff.
Yeah, and you had to, like, pay to enter and stuff like that. The weather was really nice. It was
Felt
cool,
great.
yeah. So then we went to Jaho Coffee. Do you
Yep.
remember that?
Yep.
5 out of 10. You didn't like our coffee.
I didn't like it at all. 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. The coffee was not good. I got, like, one of their, pumpkin whatever.
Mhm.
Terrible. The vibes in there were cool.
Yep.
I liked the vibes of the place, and the cups were cute, but the coffee itself was actually bad. So don't go there. Okay, and then we were supposed to go from Salem to Portsmouth,
Yeah.
but we had to skip Portsmouth because we couldn't get out of Salem.
It took an hour to get out of Salem, and Salem is not big.
Yes. We couldn't even get on like a main road. There's and traffic there. Why is it that they can cross over? So like if you're in the right turn lane and there's people in front of you, they can just drive and turn at the same time you are and they honk at you. They honk at you. I don't
We got
understand.
honked at, and I flipped some birds.
Yeah, it wasn't the driving there wasn't good, and we were in this massive
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a
Sequoia.
picture right here because we had the tank. We got a tank for this trip, which these small cities are not tank accommodating, but
Yeah.
we still found parking and it was still good, but that was a big boy.
I wanted to give the Sequoia a 5 out of 10. No,
No.
no, 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 no. Listen, it's a 5 out of 10. We did have the TDR,
Yeah.
and I think that
With
plays
tow mirrors that were slapping
mm,
mailboxes on both sides of the road.
the mirrors, I kid you not, were so large that it obstructed the view out the window. I was there for leaf peeping, and you couldn't peep
You
any
could peep the
leaves.
ones behind us in the
Yeah,
mirror.
in the mirror, but those mirrors were massive, and the whole thing, like, rattled kinda like a truck. It was new, it was nice. I'm not
Yeah, a 24 Sequoia TRD Pro.
do
So,
not recommend.
it was nice though.
No, and it was so massive, and again, I came from driving a Wagoneer. I don't drive one anymore, but I was used to driving a Wagoneer. Those things are massive, okay? This car, because the seats were so big and it was so wide that to, like, rest your elbow on the armrest in the middle, you had to, like, kinda lay over.
Yeah.
So
You're in
I
like a recliner.
yeah,
You're like
my whole side was jacked up, like, my back hurt from being in that car, it was not comfortable even though it was so massive, and we didn't even have that much luggage
Yeah, we
to where we
barely
actually
made
didn't
the
need it.
tank, yeah.
Oh, that was stupid.
I would give it a 7 out of 10 though.
Mm,
I thought it was nice. Like, obviously, it's kinda, like, rugged and outdoorsy, but it was a bit much for the trip, but it was a good ride.
I think if you want a truck, but don't wanna drive a truck,
Yeah,
get that,
yeah.
but also don't.
Also, don't get the, iForce Max thing because it makes the hatch where you're supposed to put your luggage, it's like 2 different levels, and all of the stuff was flying around and stuff.
Yeah, again,
That's because it was like a hybrid thing, though.
don't recommend. Alright, so then we had to skip Portsmouth, which I was really sad about. We did stop I don't have it in the note. That town that you stopped at a Dunkin' in was so freaking cute,
That was cute.
and I don't know what it was called.
I don't either. There wasn't anybody there.
No. Anyway, so then we were supposed to go from Portsmouth to North Conway. Had to skip that too because we realized that the time I don't do time changes. Time changes throw me off. And I did look at the thing and it said that the sun was supposed to set at 6 and I wanted to, leaf peep. So I was trying to see all the leaves and get to our hotel before dark. So we just skipped North Conway and went straight to the Omni Mount Washington. And that's when things got great.
Yep.
The Omni Mount Washington, oh my goodness, probably one of the best hotels ever.
That's a full-blown compound.
It is. So it's a resort. It's not
Yeah.
just a hotel. That thing is massive. The building itself, it has multiple buildings, it has a golf course. So nice. I will say that if you're booking there, I I can't speak on any of the other rooms except the presidential suites and highly recommend those. It was very clear that the presidential wing had been newly built or like
Mm,
added on, and those suites are very nice. And the ones in the main hotel, I guarantee I wouldn't have liked
probably not.
because they were old and they felt like the Del Coronado
Yeah.
Hotel Del. And
Nice place, but there's just been a lot of traffic.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
don't like old. So the presidential rooms were done so well. They were decorated beautifully. We had like 10-foot ceilings. We had a large balcony that overlooked the grounds, a huge bed, just like a stunning room.
Mhm.
Highly, highly recommend. And everything in that hotel was so cute.
Yeah.
Like stunning vibes. The restaurants are beautiful. I don't know. It's just really cool.
Yeah. It was nice and, like, super open. It never felt crowded even though there was, like, a lot of people there.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of restaurants that are attached, so there was a variety of places to eat and drink.
Oh,
It's a
you
cool
do
place.
need to book reservations, though. That is important. That's
Yeah.
something that we didn't think about. I knew that we were going to eat at the hotel the first night, but I didn't realize that at a hotel you would need dinner reservations, and they're required. So we ate the first night at Stickney's. Yeah. And we had an 8:15. We had to get an 8:15 reservation. That's all they had. So we were just like walking around. We did have drinks first at 1902, which is one of their other restaurants, but they have a really cool bar. That their dining room at 1902 is so beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Really big circle, everything's open.
yeah,
It's
it's
really cool.
so pretty. And we walked around. And then what did we do the next day? Oh, that night we toured the building too because we were, didn't have much to do. And we were like, maybe we shouldn't go anywhere else. Maybe we should
Yeah.
just spend our entire next day at this hotel. So we were there to shoot content, but also be there for like our anniversary. And the grounds were just so pretty. That the next morning we woke up and put on some outfits. We did because if you stay in the presidential suites, you get access to their like lounge with free breakfast. Although there are a bunch of screaming kids,
Yeah.
and I didn't enjoy that.
Not at all.
No, so we didn't do that the next day. But so we did that. We walked around and oh, that's when I climbed that rock
Mhm.
in my heeled boots to get a cute picture. And we looked a bit silly. I feel like everyone else was not as dressed up as we were.
Yeah. We fit in, but not really.
Not really. Yeah. And then we decided to we decided to go to North Conway. And that was probably one of my favorite towns.
Yeah.
That one was so cute. So North Conway was about 45 minutes.
Uh-huh.
But on the way there, where did we stop? Do you have
The name of the little fountain thing?
Uh-huh.
No.
Babe.
I
You're supposed to have the name. I don't have
can
that name.
find it.
So we stopped at this waterfall that was just like on the side of the road.
Mhm.
And that was so cool that you could just,
Yeah.
whip your car over.
Normally, there's a trail that you have to follow to get to something cool like that. This was just on the side of the road. You can see it the whole time. That made the trail very fun.
Yeah, it was cool. But it was a little bit scary. And Shane went
It's
all
not
the
a
way.
bit scary.
No, it was. Shane went all the way there. I did not go all the way there. And then I made it as far as I wanted to. And I took my cute little video. And then on the way back, I fell down. So,
Yeah. But what we did was not do an entire day of hiking, which is something that you had thought we should do.
yes.
And that would have been a terrible idea because you would have fell on it too.
Yeah, so we had planned this day to go to Flume Gorge. I think
Yeah.
that is
George Gorge,
Gorge.
something like that.
That's where other people had said to go, like that area for hiking. And I really wanted to do that. I've hiked in Vale, but like the easy trails. And one time we, hiked not an easy trail and I got mad. Anyway, so we did this little waterfall thing, and apparently in North Conway, there is Diana's Bath, which is like a waterfall hike too, and I wanted to do that, but after I fell down, I was less excited to do that, so we just drove into the town of North Conway. So freaking cute.
So cute. That was
So cute.
probably the most New England that we got.
Yeah, I loved it. We went to what was the coffee shop? Oh, I saved it. Oh, before we went to coffee shop, we went to Zeb's General Store.
That was cute.
That was adorable, and I am not like an old person, like, I don't like old things. I don't like old
We're
shops.
not like a knick-knackety hoarder kind of people.
No, that's not for me, but this one was so cute. We got jams and jellies and oh, I got fudge. The peanut butter chocolate fudge. Oh, it was so heavenly, but we went to Zeb's, highly recommend, and then where did we go? Oh, the olive oil place.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so they let you taste olive oils. And they had tons of flavors, and the guy was so sweet, and he was, like, showing us around, and he mixed the 2 different oils, and then he gave us little cups with the taste testers, and Shane just tasted them.
Yep, just stick the tongue in there a little bit.
Yeah, I took them as a shot.
She shot the whole thing.
It was so good. They were so tasty, but we did, like, 4
4 or 5.
4 or 5 tastings, and so I drank a large amount of olive oil.
Yeah.
Don't recommend that.
By itself, just
Just
raw dogging.
yeah. Yeah, so and we probably would have bought some had we not had to, like, ship it back home because
Yeah.
that stuff was really good, so if you like olive oil, go there, but maybe don't drink all of it. And then oh, Front Side, that's what it was, the coffee shop that we went to.
That one was good.
That was so good. I did steal Shane's coffee, though.
You did, but yours was good too.
Yeah, I just don't like maple.
Yeah,
And
trying though.
I was so excited because that's what everyone, talks about up there is the maple stuff. I found out that I don't really like maple, so that was sad. But anyway, highly recommend. And then everyone told us to go to Delaney's Hole in the Wall for dinner.
What was the bar we went to first?
Oh, we did go to a bar, Saco River Brewing.
No, it was pretty good. I did a flight.
Yeah,
They had some good stuff.
yeah, you
Yep,
liked that one.
I like it.
How
I'd
would you
recommend.
how would you rate that one?
Well, I don't think there's another drinking spot in that town, so 10 out of 10.
They had multiple breweries in the area.
Oh, okay. 8 out of 10 because the vibe on it was kind of minimal, but the beer was good.
Okay. And then we had Delaney's Hole in the Wall for dinner, and that one was really good.
That was really good.
It was, like, surprisingly good. So everyone said it was gonna be good, but they didn't say what to order,
Yeah.
and the menu was massive.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a concern, and I was feeling kind of sickly at that point, but I had the Thai salad, a
Mhm.
Thai salad, so freaking good.
What did I have? It
You had
was like
a
a
Caesar salad with pasta in it.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, their food incredible. Well, you did have to wait, and it was freezing, freezing at
It's not
this
because it's
point.
dark, yeah.
Yeah, it was dark, but worth the wait.
Yeah, agreed.
And then the most exciting part. Do you remember?
This is not the most exciting
It's
part.
exciting.
No, you saw no, go ahead.
No, it is so exciting. Okay, guys, we were driving back to the hotel from North Conway, and it was dark. And Shane had me messing with the radio or whatever, but then I look up and there was like a little fluffy tail. I think it was a raccoon. And so I see the little fluffy tail raccoon, and then I look and beside it there's a moose's butt.
A moose butt.
A moose butt. And so sadly it didn't turn around, so I couldn't fully see it, but it was massive, and I saw a moose.
But
Okay, not the whole moose, but I did see a moose on the trip,
yeah,
and
I can confirm.
I so wanted to see a moose because there's
Another drawback of the Sequoia is that there is a damn 40-inch TV in the thing.
yes, the screen's not easy to
It's
access.
humongous.
It's really big. I did not recommend that card. Oh god.
And there was times where it got really bright, I couldn't see shit.
Well, that was because you forgot to turn the lights on. We were driving
No,
without the
the
lights on.
valet turned the lights off.
Okay,
I'm
but you
gonna
didn't
blame
turn them on, so we were driving in the dark.
It's I'm sure people could see us. It was the biggest vehicle out there.
Okay, so then we stayed at the Omni yet again, and then now we're on day 3, and we had to check out of the Omni, but first we went to breakfast at 1902, which is in the hotel, and it was actually really good. We did
It
their
was
buffet.
so good because we had a buffet. We're not buffet people, but we walked by it and we're like, that is a good looking buffet.
Best buffet I've ever seen. They had a carving station for steak, they had an omelet station, a waffle station, and then all of your, like, traditional breakfast. It was fantastic.
Mhm.
And then where did we go? Oh, this was the day that we should have completely done different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we screwed this one up. So I'm gonna tell you what we did and then probably what I think we should have done. So on this day, we were trying to make our way closer to Boston. So our flight was out of Boston. So to this day, we were heading from the Omni, which is at the very top, and traveling down New Hampshire. And so on the way down, not far from the Omni was Lincoln, and Lincoln, New Hampshire had an Oktoberfest. And so we were supposed to hit a couple of fests on the way to our next location. So we stopped at the Oktoberfest. For one, it was hard to find.
It was hard to find.
It was at a mountain.
Like a ski area.
Yeah, that had multiple gondolas up a mountain. And at one point I was like, did they put the Oktoberfest on top of the mountain? Do we have to ride the gondola to find it? And the answer was no. But we ended up walking a long time. I was not dressed appropriately for this Oktoberfest or honestly anything else that we did because I didn't have flat boots. That's
You
a
tried
separate.
though.
I tried to order flat boots. Let me just tell you, they're either ugly or, your calves won't fit in them. But anyway, I wore heeled boots to everything. So we show up to this Oktoberfest where I've been walking for far too long, and there's like 3 hay bales and 1 thing of beer and no people
Just in the grass.
in the grass. Yeah, that was the most, and we had just been
We
to an Oktoberfest.
just went to a super good one at the Star in Frisco.
Yeah.
That was massive and all sorts of events and nice, and the only thing wrong with it was that it was still kinda hot. So we're like, "Fall in New England, they're gonna do it right," and they did not.
Nope.
Didn't do it right at all.
No, so that was a letdown.
1 out of 10.
Yeah, I was like, "We've gotta get out of here." And at this point, I was really just wanting, it was already like 11, I think around 11 in the morning.
Yeah,
At
because it
this
started at 10.
Yeah. I wanted to drive because I was really sad. So let's back up. The original trip that we booked was to fly into Connecticut and drive up to Vermont and stay in Vermont. And we canceled it because we were overwhelmed.
We couldn't connect all the dots of all the things that people told us that we had to do.
And there was so much driving. Little did we know.
We did it
We
anyway.
still did it anyway. So at this point, leaving Lincoln, I really wanted to just drive to Vermont. I wanted to drive to Woodstock and see the town. That's where all the influencers were. And it was a Saturday. And I knew that it was going to be super busy, but I really just wanted to see it. However, we did not have a room there. So we would have had to just drive there, which was about 2 hours, and then drive, I think, about an hour back to where we were trying to get to spend the night that night. And Shane just didn't want to do that much driving.
No, because it was right after we just did the pain of Salem to New Hampshire, which is more than 3 well, that was almost 4.
Yeah, so we had already done quite a bit of driving at this point, and so we didn't go. So I was in a bad mood. Let's just be honest. I
Yeah.
was in a bad mood because I just wanted to go to Vermont. And so instead, we drove the Kancamagus Highway, which,
Kancamagus.
let's just say we were going the wrong direction. When we decided to drive the Kancamagus, we drove it from Lincoln to Conway after already having been to Conway and not trying to go to Conway. 'Cause it only goes east to west, and we needed to go south.
Yeah.
So that was silly, mainly
People told
because
us we had to do it.
people said that you have to drive the Kancamagus.
These people haven't gone to Mount Washington because it looked much better up there.
So multiple other routes that we took had better foliage. And the difference, I feel like, with the Kangamangas is, well, there was no getting off of it unless you pulled over on the side of the road with 9 million other people who wanted to look over at the leaves that you could already see from the car that were already dead because, let's just say, we missed peak. And because of their drought, the colors were not very vibrant anyway. So these people were taking a picture in front of dead trees and blocking all of the traffic.
Yeah. Those
So
pictures didn't look good.
no, do not recommend the Kankamangas unless maybe you are directly at peak and you have plenty of time and you're trying to go to Conway. But that one,
Or you're just there to say I think most of these people were just there to say, "Hey, I drove the Kancamagus Highway."
well, we were.
Because all the other highways, I would say were better and less people.
That was a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Lot of people. Don't recommend. Um, so then when we went to Conway, we just were passing through. And then sadly, on our way to the next place, I saw a sign that said that there was a, what was it?
Mhm.
Farmer's market from 9 to noon. And I was so excited. And so I made Shane turn the car around. The GPS wasn't working. We followed signs. We made it to this place with the farmer's market. I was like, this is going to save my day. We look at the clock and it was like 12:40 and these people are packing up because it ended at noon and I didn't know it. And so
Yeah.
then I was depressed. At this point,
Yeah.
full depression
Couldn't
had
really
set in.
save it after that.
No, so then we're driving through some other town. I don't even know where we were. I don't know if I wrote it down.
Yeah, I don't know how you would.
Yeah, so we were trying to get to Meredith, and we stopped along the side of the road because we had missed the farmer's market, but then I saw somebody selling some jams on the side of the road, so we whipped that Sequoia around and just pulled into someone's driveway in the front yard, and bought some jams and a whoopie pie.
Uh-huh. And even a whoopie pie couldn't save that day. Good jams, though.
Good jams. So then we finally arrive in Meredith and we're like, this looks cute. Meredith is a lake town on some lake that starts with a W. These people are going to come for me that I don't know what I'm talking about. But so
It's probably something else.
Lake Winnie, something. So we make it to Meredith. We're staying at, what is it? What was it called?
Mills Falls.
Falls, Mill Fall, Mills
Church
Falls?
Landing at Mills Falls is where we were.
Yeah, something like that. So we weren't there with enough time to check in. Like we got there too early.
Yeah, it was like 3,
Yeah, so
2:33.
we couldn't check in, and at this point it's late. Like I'm starving. We haven't had any food. I didn't eat the whoopie pie. We just stopped and got it. And so then we found a restaurant. Well, I found a crappy restaurant. And then we walked out of there and Shane found us this restaurant. What was it called? Oh, it was so cute. Oh, The Breeze by the Bay.
Mhm.
And this restaurant, somehow we managed to end up there on their 1-year anniversary
Yep.
of opening. So they were having a birthday party for the restaurant. And we only had like a 10 or 15-minute wait. The food was delicious. Everyone was so friendly. Love that place.
10 out of 10 for
10
that
out of
city.
10.
'Cause
Yeah.
we went across the street to a bar
Oh,
that was pretty janky looking, and we sat there for like 10 minutes, and no one ever talked to us about food or drinks or anything, and it was just not a good vibe, so we walked across the street,
yeah.
saved the day with a nice little lunch restaurant.
Yes, things were starting to look up at this restaurant. And then we went to the hotel to check in.
Mhm.
No, no, we didn't. We went from the restaurant, changed in the car
Yeah.
to go to the pumpkin patch. So the thing I wanted to do in Meredith was go to Moulton Farms. And they have a corn maze and a pumpkin patch thing, and so that's what I really wanted to do. But at this point, again, it's late. So the
Mhm.
pumpkin patch closes at 6, that's when it's dark. At this point, it's 4. So we make it to the pumpkin patch, and you have to go and, like, wait in line to get tickets for the corn maze, and so by the time we got tickets for the corn maze, it was, like, 4:30, and this place is really cute. And when we got there, there was a line for apple cider donuts and hot cider in this little food truck area, and I was like, "Well, I don't wanna walk around with that." We had just eaten. I didn't wanna walk around without the corn maze. We'll just buy tickets for the corn maze, do the corn maze, and hit the cider on the way out. So we start to go through the corn maze, and Shane asked the girl, like, "How long does this take, the corn maze?" And she said, "Well, the fastest it's ever done is been 7 minutes, and the longest was an hour 45?"
An hour 45, yeah.
An hour 45, and again, it's 4:30, place closes at 6, so I start to panic because 'cause I'm directionally challenged, and so Shane takes, like, a little picture of it was kind of like a map, kind of
Yeah.
it
It's
wasn't
like an outline of what it is.
right. So that he can have it. So I'm out there in the maze, like, I'm leading our directions poorly, might I add, because I don't have directions in me, but it felt fun. I like a maze.
Mhm.
And so I was just turning, and I think Shane could tell that we were gonna be stuck in there for a long time, and so then he told me, "Don't go that way, turn the other way." And so then Shane started leading the maze, and we exited the maze in probably 10 minutes.
It it would have been record time. I could have blown that record out of the water.
But then I was sad because we finished the maze in, like, 10 minutes, and it wasn't very fun because Shane already had the answers. It was like cheating in a game.
Well, even without the answers, it was just your typical go up, come back around the edge, and then swing it around the top, and then come. It- They could have done better. You can't blame me for that.
I can. I would have had so much fun that I would have gotten
We'd
lost
still be there.
and stuck in the maze. But anyway, so then I'm a little defeated, but also excited that we managed the maze. I didn't get lost in there, but I was kind of sad. So I was like, let's go get some apple cider. They shut down. They shut it down. They closed the apple cider stand around 4, and that it was apparently right after we had gotten in. and didn't know it. And so then I'm standing there going, I don't get my apple cider donut. And it only took me 10 minutes in the maze, and I could have spent more time in the maze. And so I just left and went to the car. And Shane was like, do you want to do the maze again? And I was like, no, because that wouldn't be very fun, would it?
We could have set a record, could have timed it.
So at this point, we go back to the Mills Falls, whatever, and I'm already in kind of a bad mood. And then we get to our room after having to wait in that lobby for what felt like a long time because they didn't have people's rooms ready. It was a cluster. And we make it to our room, which was actually kind of like a lodge, but it was connected to other rooms. It was hard to explain. And it was very outdoorsy
Yeah.
and not cheap, might I add. Like, this was probably one of the most expensive rooms that they had. Now, so is the Omni, so note, very expensive rooms. But worth it. Worth every penny. This one, not worth one of the pennies. And I did not like it. I'm not an outdoorsy girl. There were some cobwebs outside. We had a beautiful view of the lake.
Yeah.
Stunning view. But we got there around like sunset. So we did get to see it, but I didn't want to spend any time on the balcony with the bugs. And there were little critters that we saw in the bathroom of our room. And it was a humongous room,
Really big room.
massive, tons of windows. If it had been very clean, I might have liked it. But I didn't feel the cleanliness level was
Yeah.
up to par. And it felt very like I was in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. I feel like the whole building needed a good like hosing down.
Yes. It didn't seem clean. I did not like that at all. I don't know what I would rate it. What would you rate that building? That stay?
I can't picture a scenario where it is fun. So maybe a 3 just based on size alone.
Yeah. They did have restaurants attached to the buildings, but they were so full and didn't even take same day reservations. So we also, and there's no room service. So we didn't eat dinner. Our dinner was the whoopie pie that I got from the side of the road,
Mm.
and he got like an apple pie bar from this lady.
And we just said
And
F it. We're done.
oh, travel hack. You want to tell them your travel hack that saved us?
Oh, if you have a Roku, just take it out of your TV at home and just plug that thing in everywhere you go so you don't have to log into all these crappy TVs because some of them we wouldn't have been able to watch anything.
Yes. So that's what we did. We watched Love is Blind. We plugged our little Roku stick in and watched Love is Blind and sat there all night. And then we're ready to leave.
Yeah, we got out of there quick in the morning.
Yes. So then next morning, I'm like, let's.
So one night at this place, that was always the intended plan. And I'm glad that was the intended plan because we were up and out.
Yes. However, what we should have done was gone to Vermont and stayed one night somewhere else.
Maybe. Or one more night where we finished.
Maybe so. But Meredith was not for us. All right. Now it's day 4. We did go back to the pumpkin patch though, because
Yeah.
I was very upset about missing the cider. I'd never had.
This wasn't on the agenda beforehand to go back.
No.
So maybe the best decision that we made this trip.
Yeah. So we decided to go back because I needed an apple cider donut. I never had one. Highly recommend. That was delicious. And I don't even like donuts that much. And it was so good. And their cider was really good. And the place was so cute. And then we realized that they had this food truck there that only serves brunch on Sundays. And somehow it was Sunday. And we got the best freaking breakfast there. And we sat outside and the weather was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And that started our day off so much better.
Yeah.
So highly recommend that.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. And the prices were so cheap.
Yeah, it's a farm, so.
It was a farm.
Yeah.
And the food truck was, I think my plate of food that was massive, so much food was $10.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All the things.
Yeah, anyway. So then we were going to get breakfast at McDonald's because again, I was so mad at this place. I was like, let's just get McDonald's and head to the next stop. But we stopped here and it was so worth it. So then we were going to hit up a festival along the way, but the weather was changing and it was going to be cold and rainy where we were going. And so we didn't want to miss that, so we skipped the festival, and we headed straight to Cambridge. And Shane booked our hotel. I didn't even really see any bit of what he booked until we got there, and he did so good.
Mhm.
Do you wanna tell him about the hotel?
It was the Charles Hotel, and it is on the little outskirts of Harvard itself, but, like, smack in the middle of, like, all the good stuff, but still, like, kind of to the side to where it's like, there's not all the people, but it's still just, like, right there. Beautiful. Loved it.
Yeah.
Rooms were amazing. Best hotel room I've been in.
Yeah, so we had a living room, we had a full dining table, we had 2 bathrooms and a large bedroom, multiple desks, and that was just in our room,
Mm.
and it had a window that opened to the streets, and that we somehow landed there during festivals.
Yeah. And what's sad about that is I looked the night before when we were sitting in Meredith. She was watching Love is Blind, and I was just kind of like, I don't care about any of these people anymore. I was looking for what are we going to do when we get to Cambridge? And I didn't find any answers other than walk the campus and like see what's around. Turns out they didn't really tell people, but people still figured it out. There was festivals all
Yeah.
over. The whole city was a festival.
Yeah, they had shut down the streets. It was kinda like battle of the bands, like actual bands, like tubas and trumpets and things. There was music everywhere. It was awesome, and there was not any, like, unhoused people, you know? Everyone was it was clean, there were no bad smells, it was beautiful. We walked around Harvard, took
Yeah.
pictures, and the weather was not perfect. Let's just say
No, it was a little rainy.
it was kind of rainy, very chilly, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
The vibes were just so good that it was even fine in, like, kind of gross weather, and we walked the streets twice,
Mhm.
2 separate times, and the second time was in the rain, and I didn't care. I was, like, stopping and watching music, and it was so fun. The vibes there were just so freaking good.
Yeah.
I loved it. We got our little Harvard sweatshirts. We got some for the
Got a
kids
hat.
as well. Shane got a hat.
Swagged out.
And then we did have lunch/drinks at the bar of the Charles, and that one was called was it Henrietta's?
Place. Henrietta's
Henrietta's
place
Place?
or plate, something like that. Yeah.
It was really good. The food
Really
was
good.
good, the drinks everyone at the Charles Hotel was so kind.
Mhm.
Like, props to them. They were probably the sweetest people that we met at any hotels or anything like that. Loved them. Highly, highly recommend that hotel. And then for dinner, dinner was all me, and that was my bad. Um, it was so I everyone recommends seafood when talking about Boston or New England or whatever, and that's great for someone that likes seafood, but I don't. So I was trying to find us somewhere to eat that I could eat at, and I found this place called Buttermilk and Bourbon. I think that's what it was, and the vibes looked cool. However, I didn't give it much thought.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really deep dive. I was like, "Yeah, buttermilk and bourbon, that sounds fun, Southern food, I can eat there." Didn't really look at the menu or really anything else. So I'm wearing, like, a little black dress, knee-high crocodile skin, like, patent black boots, and I did not match this vibe.
No.
Not in the slightest. We did have to Uber there because it was in, like, downtown Boston, and the Uber ride was pretty short, though. It was only, like, 12
Less than 15.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, 12 minutes away from Cambridge, and the vibe was kinda cool, though, because you got to, like, go downstairs, and it was kind of like an underground type of place, but I think the place would have been so much better as a bar. Like, had we gone there for drinks and a few bites,
Yeah.
not an actual, like, date night dinner vibe.
Mhm.
And so it's not that I didn't like the food. I think the food was actually really good. It was the expectation level, like, it
Yeah,
didn't
we thought we were going to a nice dinner, and this was more of a hangout.
yes, so there was, like, a huge party beside us that was, table of, like, 20 people having a birthday celebration, and I'm dressed like date it just it didn't match. But the food, it was, like, tapas style, but Southern. So it was fried chicken and biscuits and stuff like that. So the food was actually really good, but it didn't feel like dinner.
Yeah. That's more of a Thursday night with the gals kind of place.
Yeah. So probably don't
Yeah.
go there for dinner. And then that was our night.
That was it.
That was it. We flew out the next day.
That was the whole trip.
Yeah,
We did
we did it.
it. How would you rate the trip as a whole?
Uh, I would say 7.5
Okay.
out of 10.
I think I'm already at a point where I have like graduation goggles on it and talking about all the good stuff. I'd probably give it like a 8.5.
The only reason I'm giving it bad marks is because we screwed up the first day going to Salem.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the first day going to Salem and then again on day
The whole
3,
day. Yeah.
a whole day of bad. And so I would have preferred to either spend another day in Cambridge or go to Vermont. Probably go to Vermont. But the problem with Vermont is you have to book because I wanted to stay at the Woodstock Inn because, well, everyone else does too. You have to book that way in advance, and I think they had a 3-night minimum, so I don't even know if that would have worked, but I did really wanna see that. So, I
Yeah.
would have completely changed day 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think a trip for me would have been perfect if it was 2 and 2, 2 at the Omni, 2 in Cambridge.
probably
To
so.
where it's 2 outdoorsy fall, 2 still fall, but city
Sitting
with
up.
stuff.
Yeah, I I agree. I think that would have been fun too.
And also maybe a Mini Cooper because they're running rampant in the Northeast. There's Mini Coopers and Coopers, the full size ones, everywhere.
Yeah,
I've never seen so many of them.
yeah. I don't know. I think the vibes were good there. I was a bit disappointed in the Leafs because it was past peak and also they had died. I think the best Leafs were in where is Boston? What's that state?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. So that's what I came to the conclusion of is you guys are so just like what is it when you just you take it for granted all the good leaves that you have
The
because
Boston
they
team.
were everywhere. As someone coming from Texas and there's no leaves anywhere, just be cool with the Boston leaves.
Yeah.
That alone was enough for a good trip for me to say, "Hey, I saw fall."
Yeah, it felt more like fall, like so the red trees had already died in New
Yeah.
Hampshire. I don't know what those trees are called, but the red ones died. Done. In Boston
They
area,
were still there.
there were still red trees,
Yeah.
and they were vibrant, and that day was kinda rainy, and I do feel like you have to base your leaf peeping off of the sun.
Yeah, if it's
That was
full sun, nothing looks great.
nothing looks good. Yeah, that was something that nobody told me, and so you probably shouldn't drive the Kancamagus unless it's kinda rainy
We're
or
early in the morning.
yeah, early morning
They look
looks good.
better in the morning.
Yeah. So, things that we learned.
Yeah, quit being selfish with your leaves. They're great everywhere. Just be glad you have some.
Yeah, so next trip, maybe next fall, I really wanna do Connecticut and Vermont.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to match them up and see which one's better.
Yeah. The people that do all of them need more than 4 days. So I had plenty of people say, "Oh, you need to drive up to Maine, you need to drive here, you need to" you cannot easily hit them all
Yeah,
with, like, enough time.
especially on one of these busy weekends.
Yet this was the busiest weekend.
Yeah, that's what we didn't realize going in. It's like how busy it was gonna be.
Yeah, so there's I think in Texas, you can drive so many hours and still be in Texas, but when you're up there, it's like, "Oh, well, a couple hours, you're in the next state," and so you think, "Oh, you can hit the next state," but there's still driving once you get in that state, so it was kind of difficult
Yeah,
to do it all. I would like to spend probably, like, 6 days. I think 6 days would be perfect to do it all, but next year, well, we only have 2 days. Like 2 school days, because
yeah.
we go during the kids' fall break, so we only have, like, 2 free days and a weekend, to shove together there, so I think we'll just have to do Connecticut and Vermont and then
See what's better.
see what's better.
Yeah, this was our first trip where we've bounced around, and I feel like we did well.
We did, other than that one bad day.
Yeah, that's not our fault. I think somebody told us to go there.
Yeah. That was a place that was recommended. I didn't find it on my own. It was a recommended place, and I think lake people
Yeah.
might like that. I am not a lake people
It's
person,
definitely a completely different vibe than New Hampshire was,
but
like
we were in
the
New Hampshire.
Omni.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, you're in the mountains there, you come down, and it's like waterfront. Completely different.
A
So,
very different vibe.
you know,
Not
if
my
you're
vibe.
into it, maybe it works.
Yeah,
But we're from Arkansas where there's lakes everywhere and they're all shit.
true.
So we don't really want to stay at lakes anymore.
Okay, I think that was it, right?
I think so.
That's a wrap. We'll see you guys sometime.
Maybe next fall.